Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this broadcast from the Doctoral Award ceremony at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. My name is Stein Morten Schorm and I will accompany you through this event where both the Norwegian and the English language will be in use. The joyous occasion is about to start. Our Master of Ceremony is Christian Fossen, Director of Communication at NTNU, and we will shortly see an academic procession accompanied by music from Trondheim's Studentersangforening.
Ladies and gentlemen, according to our tradition, this doctoral award ceremony will start with the academic procession. It is led by our rector, pro-rectors, vice-rector, deans, honorary doctors, and of course all the new doctors. So will you please all rise for the academic procession? You may be seated. And now, Trondheim Studentersangforening will continue singing 2 more songs for us.
A glorious start to this ceremony by Trondheim Studentersangforening, who gave us two traditional Norwegian songs. We will soon have our Master of Ceremony, Christian Fossen, on stage presenting the compositions they performed for us here today.
Dear new doctors, dear guests and friends, welcome to this Doctoral Award ceremony here in this beautiful ceremony hall of the main building of the university. Twice a year, we confer with great pride the doctoral degrees to our candidates. The nice songs we just heard were sung by Trondheims Studentersangforening, all students from our university. During the procession, we heard Gaudiamus Igitur, let's all be joyful. And I think that's very appropriate for a happy occasion like this. The text can actually be traced almost 1,000 years back to the first university of Europe, the University of Bologna. So we are standing in a very long tradition. Then we heard two Norwegian songs, Når fjordene blåner and Pål sine høner. And we will hear more from the choir again in the end of this ceremony. The ceremony will be held both in Norwegian and English, the two academic languages of this institution. And you will also be able to watch the ceremony afterwards, because it's directly streamed and recorded, so you can enjoy it once more. And now, it's a pleasure for me and an honor to introduce to you our rector, Gunnar Bovim. Rector, please.
Thank you. Dear new doctors and honorary doctors, dear guests, dear colleagues and friends, congratulations. Today we celebrate 181 new PhDs who will receive their degrees from NTNU. 181. You will soon be awarded your doctoral diploma, a tangible proof of what you have achieved. There are no shortcuts to a doctorate. It is about ambition, it's about hard work, it's about having a goal and never losing sight of that goal. And this has been common knowledge in these halls for more than a century, because I don't know whether you have recognized, but if you look there, above the entrance to the library, you will see this wisdom from 1910, etched in stone, per aspera ad astra, through adversity to the stars. It's all about striving for quality. Quality is essential in all research, whatever it's basic or applied, whatever the area, and no matter who does it. The demand for quality must and should be absolute. The government has recently conducted a review of the Research Council of Norway. The expert committee that did the review said that highest scientific quality is the most important foundation for making research relevant to politics, business, and research. The committee proposed several measures to improve quality. From our perspective, the committee's proposals support for more research centers, more world-class long-term projects, and commitment to young talents are all very positive. We ourselves as a university had excellent experience with the outstanding academic fellow program. Long term, basic research that is driven not primarily by its benefits, but out of curiosity, is the mainstay in developing new knowledge. Much of the research which today is the basic for applied technologies and commercialization has its roots in basic research that started decades ago. At the same time, the world around us has specific and pressing needs. The major social challenges we face are both complex and interdisciplinary. NTNU has addressed this challenge by putting a greater emphasis on key areas through our thematic initiatives on oceans, health, energy, and sustainability. With our profile, NTNU has a specific responsibility to help society make the transition from an economy and society that are largely based on fossil energy to a more sustainable society that we like to call the green energy transition. Last week, I was in China, a country heavily dependent on coal as an energy source. For me, that visit underscored the urgent need for better solutions. We must work together to find these solutions, to meet the challenges of climate change in Norway and globally. We have a special responsibility to ensure that our grandchildren, there are some children here today, our grandchildren as well, and their children again, will be able to grow up on a planet that is livable for everyone. With a climate that does not threaten the world's food supply, with rich biodiversity, with seasons where the winter snow comes from the clouds and not only from snow cannons. This requires both business development and consumption patterns that are sustainable. It challenges us as a research institution, as an educational institution, and you and me as individuals. This is also about values. People like you, the researchers at NTNU, make a difference. Isabel Richter is a PhD candidate at the Department of Psychology. She studies consumer behavior. She supervised an experts in teamwork group that focused on plastics. Together, this group created 5 specific ideas that can help us limit our plastic consumption. Tuesday this week, NTNU and Statoil arranged a symposium entitled Energy Transition: Strategies for a Sustainable Future. Technologists, social scientists, and humanists met to discuss how best to facilitate the realization of Paris Agreement goals. We need more Isabels. We need more meetings of the mind, like the Energy Transition Symposium. We need more action that builds on excellent research. And we need scientists in all our research areas who understand the important relationship between knowledge development and the development of our society. Allow me to quote Svein Richard Brandtzæg, the chairman of NTNU's board and CEO of one of Norway's largest industrial and technology companies, Hydro. He says, "Technology itself is neutral in value, but it will be used in a world that is not." For myself, I would add that this also applies to research more generally. Research in itself is value neutral, but it will be applied in a society that is not. The knowledge that you have acquired and have shared with society make a difference. You all, each and every one of you, are stewards for knowledge that will determine what tomorrow's society looks like. Finally, let me remind you of this. A doctoral degree gives more weight and authority to your opinions. Be conscious of that authority and use it wisely. It gives you a solemn and important possibility to reflect NTNU's vision, knowledge for a better world. Take it. Thank you.
And we will now shortly start the segment of this ceremony where the honorary doctorals are going to be awarded. But first, fanfares from students from our Department of Music at NTNU.
Yes, this fanfare was a collection of 3 pieces of music. The first we heard, Vive le Roi, of Josquin des Prés. Then it was Intrada of Johann Petzel, and then La Réjouissance of Georg Friedrich Händel. And the quintet we heard was NTNU Brass. They are all students here of the Department of Music at NTNU. And the music was arranged by their mentor and teacher at the department, Hans Petter Stangnes. Here at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, we have a long tradition of conferring honorary doctoral degrees to recognize outstanding academics who have made valuable contribution to our institution. Now I will ask Associate Professor Fride Vullum Bruer from the Department of Material Science and Engineering to step forward and present the first honorary doctor.
Dear Rector, dear Vice Rectors, dear Deans, dear all the new doctors, ladies and gentlemen. Today, Professor Christina Edström is awarded the degree of Doctor Honoris Causa for her exceptional contributions in the field of battery research. Her research has focused mainly on lithium-ion batteries, the kind that you all have in your cell phones, your laptops, and that we see all around us. But her research has also extended into other battery technologies, such as sodium-ion batteries, lithium-air batteries, and she's continuously exploring. Her knowledge is vast within the field, which is also shown in the great number of publications, patents, and other scientific contributions that she has in the field. However, this is not the only reason that Christina is awarded this honor today. She is a great role model for young scientists. She's been extremely generous in sharing her knowledge and helping young and less experienced scientists to move up and forward. Christina is also very concerned about promoting female researchers. And this is in a field which is still very male-dominated. Already before I met her the first time, she actually invited me and a colleague to participate in a research proposal in a large Nordic collaboration. I was actually on maternity leave at the time, but that didn't seem to bother her at all. So I was very happy to be and honored to be a part of that. I also remember the first time I met Christina, which was at a conference in Warsaw. She was one of the invited speakers, and I was a little bit intimidated by her at first, before I met her, and I was afraid to approach her. But that was certainly needless, because when I went up to introduce myself, she greeted me with a big smile. And that's also how I have learned to know her ever since. She's a very friendly, she always has time for everyone, and during the startup of the battery research at NTNU, we were even invited to Uppsala to come and see their laboratories, and they showed us around. Christina is the leader of the Ångström Advanced Battery Center, and over the past few years, we have had the pleasure of collaborating with them on many occasions. One research proposal, which was granted last year, and that received support from Christina and her research group, was the FME on zero-emission, or mobility zero-emission energy systems. That's a long word. And this has a kickoff later on this month. This is a research center which will focus both on battery and hydrogen technology. The international research partners in the center came in at a late stage. 2 days before the due date, the center leader calls me and says, "Can you come up with an international research partner to support your research area? So of course, I thought about Christina. I emailed her, and just to find out that she was traveling somewhere in Asia. So the following morning at about 6:30, we were on the phone, and about 2 hours later, I had a letter in my inbox. So that's how Christina really shows her support for us. Christina has managed to succeed in a very competitive field and a very male-dominated field, which really makes her accomplishments even more impressive. At the same time, she enjoys teaching and educating young researchers. And one of her previous master students, he is now one of our, I would say, most valuable employees to the battery research, because he is now one of our technicians and engineers in the battery lab. And now that we're also building a very new battery lab, and we have been planning a lot, quite often we have heard the comment from him, well, that's how they do it in Uppsala. So I guess that's how we will do it. Now, the NTNU slogan is knowledge for a better world. And that truly is exemplified through Christina's philosophy and research accomplishments. I'm very proud to be able to call her my friend and research colleague. And my career certainly wouldn't have been the same without her, and the NTNU battery research wouldn't have been the same without her. Thank you.
And now I call upon Rector Gunnar Bovim.
And I have the pleasure of calling on Christina Edström. Welcome. I present to you the diploma and the ring as visible insignias of your honorary doctor's degree at NTNU. I also transfer to you the Jus Docendi, which grants you the right to lecture at our university. I wish you success.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It's not very easy. There we are. Want me to keep it?
Yes, please. Can I?
Dear Rector, dear Vice Rectors, dear Deans, dear honorary guests, and above all, dear new doctors at NTNU. I'm also a new doctor at your university. I'm so honored. And dear ladies and gentlemen, a few years back, I was very happy. I received measurement time at one of the big, large-scale facilities in UK for doing material science research. And I prepared my samples for months. A lot of time I spent on my samples. And I really wanted to understand what happened to the atoms and where were they sitting in the materials and how were they moving around in the materials if I pushed a little upon them in certain ways. And I came to UK, and the first thing that happened was that this big machine broke down. And every morning I woke up and hoped that they had fixed this problem, but in vain. So I became more and more miserable walking around for 10 days in that remote place. But I knew that on the 8th day, the Swedes would come, a new set of hungry experimentalists that would use this facility. And they came, and we had this lunch together. And we talked about fundamental issues, really trying to understand difficult things, and how we should analyze our difficult things that we wanted to understand, and how we should present them in a way that could be attractive, but not leading to a hype and misunderstandings. I am in the battery field, and you can read in your newspapers once in a while that there is a new super battery coming, but you should know, check the facts before you believe it. And it wasn't until a few months later, when I thought back on this lunch, that I realized that my Swedes was Bob from Kansas, it was Sergei from Russia, it was Pedro from Spain, and Mohammed from Morocco, but they were my Swedes. And isn't that just the essential things of science, that we are like a family? Because when I look at you now, all your new doctors, you come from different subjects, you have worked with very different things, you come from different countries, you have different religions and cultures, but you share something really important. You share the knowledge that really working hard and being very careful in characterizing, collecting data in whatever way it is, analyzing that data, and make a story of it that you can believe on and trust. Today we see that there are many opinions thrown out in media without really based on facts. So you are extremely important because you are a bearer of a tradition that can sort of select what's important and not. And for me, you are not a heterogeneous group, you are a homogeneous group. And you belong to this fine university. And I have now been honored to be one of your members. It's like, I don't know if you know how large this is, at least for me. It's like entering the Hall of Fame, it's called, sorry. And I will be there together with Robert Jackson, but also with Liv Ullmann and Ann-Sophie Mutter. And I could make a long list of fantastic honorary doctors you have at this university. But the biggest thing for me is actually that I am together with you. We are the family. And I do think that we have to see that research is really a peace project. Because if we are going to solve the big issues that our rector talked about, I'm now allowed to call you my rector, that is with climate and health issues and so on, peace is the underlying basis for all that. So, thank you so much. It's a great honor.
And now I call upon Associate Professor Oddrun Marie Hovde Bråten from the Department of Teacher Education to present the second honorary doctor. Please, Bråten.
Dear Rector, Vice Rector, Deans, colleagues, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, and dear Professor Jackson. The existence of knowledge does not ensure its use, says American educationalist John Goodlab. To better ensure the use of existing knowledge, we need good quality education. I'm very happy that the university has awarded this honorary doctorate in educational science at this time of the establishment of its new Institute of Teacher Education. I'm thrilled that this honor goes to Professor Robert Jackson, who has served in this field for 50 years. His expertise is within one of the most challenging topics, religious education. To teach about religions and worldviews in this increasingly complex, globalized reality. To many, religion is a sensitive issue. At the same time, it is of crucial importance to educate about it, now more than ever. In recent years, Professor Jackson has engaged with human rights arguments for educating about religion and worldviews, especially through his work at the Council of Europe and in connection to the European Wergeland Center in Oslo. His latest book, The Signposts, Policy and Practice for Teaching About Religions and Non-Religious Worldviews in an Intercultural Education, he builds both on the Council of Europe's white paper on the issue from 2008 and on relevant research. Jackson is a well-known academic globally, and in Norway and Scandinavia there are many who have worked closely with his theories and with him personally, leaving a huge impact. His first trip to Norway was to NTNU and Trondheim in 1993, when he was invited by Geir Skeie, then a PhD student here, and now a professor at the University of Stavanger and Stockholm, and Sissel Østberg, then a lecturer of worldviews and religions, later rector of Oslo University College. Therefore, I'm particularly happy that we can honor him here today at this point in time, which also marks his 50-year anniversary as a scholar and educator. Skeie and Østberg initiative in '93 was based on a felt need for research in relation to the multicultural challenge educational institutions are now facing, according to Skeie's notes from the meeting. This echoed an engagement in similar issues by English scholars. One of them was Robert Jackson. Together with his colleagues at the University of Warwick, he had developed the interpretive approach as a response to this challenge. It was groundbreaking at the time in recognizing the rich diversity within the religious tradition and at the same time the complexity of the backgrounds of students who are now present in our classrooms. His academic achievements speaks for itself, and I'm grateful for the opportunity I've had to learn from him as his PhD student. I want also to note how much he has meant, not just to me, but also to so many of his students and colleagues. He has this amazing ability to make everyone feel special and seen. In combination with his high demands to academic standards, this brings out the best in people. I felt it brought out the best in me. Thank you for what you have meant to me and so many others.
And once again, I call upon Rector Gunnar Bovim.
And I have the great pleasure of calling upon Sir Robert Jackson. Welcome. I present you the diploma and the ring as visible insignias of your honorary doctor's degree at NTNU. I also transfer to you the Jus Docendi, which grants you the right to lecture at our university. I wish you success.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Want me to hold it?
Yes, thank you very much. Well, dear Rector, dear Vice Rector, Deans, colleagues, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I thank Rector Bovim and Dr. Oddrun Bråten for their very kind words. And I thank NTNU for bestowing this wonderful honor upon me. This is a special day for me and also for Professor Enstrom. And it is a very special day for everybody who has completed a PhD. And I join with everyone here in congratulating all of you very warmly on your success. Now, doing a PhD requires dedicated work over a substantial amount of time. It requires creativity, intelligence, resourcefulness, and determination. And at times, it can be a lonely process. But you have all succeeded in completing and writing up your research. And this ceremony marks a very proud moment for all of you personally and for your families. So well done. Okay. As Dr. Broughton said, my first trip to Norway was here, to this university, to meet a PhD student. That PhD student had called together, with some colleagues, scholars from all over Norway interested in issues of religious diversity and education. And then I marvel at what has happened since. A huge amount of research on that field has been done in Norway. Some of it going on now in this university by Dr. Broughton and her colleagues, engaging in some really important work in what is now NTNU's new Institute of Teacher Education. Well, research on religions and education links closely to fields such as human rights education. And for the past 15 years, I've had the privilege of working with the Council of Europe in Strasbourg on its education programs. It has 47 member states. It's much bigger than the European Union. Well, the Council of Europe decided to establish an education centre outside Strasbourg, but it didn't have the immediate funding to do it. Who came forward? The government of Norway, and offered to fund the centre. So in 2009, the European Wergeland Centre, named after Henrik Wergeland, the poet, was established in Oslo and continues to do great work in human rights education. Now, NTNU must be very proud that the first chair of governors of the European Wergeland Centre was from here, Professor Svein Lorentzen, and he did so much to establish the international profile of the European Wergeland Centre. So NTNU is there again. Of course, NTNU is a leading university in the fields of science and technology, and it came as no surprise to me to find that sustainability is one of the 4 strategic research areas here. Knowledge is linked to values. And the work on religions and education going on here also contributes strongly to sustainability, to the social and to the cultural aspects of sustainability. But education is just one area of work at NTNU in addition to science and technology. I also want to mention the university's work in the arts, and especially focus on its wide-ranging work in music. We have heard some of that this morning, and I want to congratulate the choir and the wonderful brass quintet. And I think we give them an extra round of applause. Yeah. I have to tell you that I have a vested interest here because yesterday I play trombone. We had 2 wonderful trombonists here. I play jazz trombone. So I played yesterday with 3 of Norway's finest jazz musicians, All three of them are intimately connected with the music program at NTNU. I want to mention in particular Professor Björn Olterhaug, who, as well as being a music academic, is a global figure in jazz and a fine ambassador for NTNU. I conclude now by turning back to you, the university's PhD graduates today. Conducting research, as you all have done so successfully, involves working with academic integrity. This means upholding values such as honesty, trust, fairness, respect, and responsibility. And from these values flow principles that enable the academic community to help to make the world a better place to live in together. Unfortunately, some aspects of life, and I'm thinking of aspects of politics, especially recent politics in the UK and the USA, do not maintain these values. The Brexit campaign in the UK has been described as the political manipulation of fear, while some recent actions of the Trump administration express racism and religious intolerance. So, please maintain your academic values, and I hope you can link them to human rights values, especially the fundamental value of human dignity, and stand by them in the wider world. I wish you all every success for the future. Thank you.
Our warmest congratulations to Doctors Honoris Causa Christina Edström and Robert Jackson. And as Professor Jackson said, we have a music program at NTNU on which we are very proud of. It's specialized both in jazz and in chamber music. And now it's time for the jazz musicians to enter the stage. Lucas Sabolinis is a saxophone player, band leader and composer, which upon completing his bachelor's degree in music here at NTNU, released a debut album receiving very warm reception. It is called Changing Tides, and he has published it on the prestigious record company Curling Legs. We are ready to hear from Lucas Sabolinis and his trio. Lucas Sabellini's trio, all members are alumni from NTNU.
Ja, mine damer og herrer, dette var Lucas Sabellionis trio. De er alle tidligere studenter her ved NTNU og har nå sin egne karriere. Men vi synes det er veldig hyggelig at de kommer hit til sitt gamle alma mater og spiller for oss. Det vi hørte var 100 Days of Solitude, eller 100 dagers ensomhet. Det er komponert av Lucas Sabellionis selv. Og trioen, den kommer tilbake litt senere. Da har vi kommet fram til selve høydepunktet med denne seremonien, der vi skal kreere våre nye doktorer. Og til tale til dem, altså til dere, og dele ut det synlige beviset på at dere har tatt den høyeste graden her ved NTNU, så skal jeg gi ordet til vår prorektor for forskning, Kari Melby.
We have switched to Norwegian, but this speech will be texted in English.
Kjære nye doktorer. I dag er en stolt dag for dere, for dem som er her sammen med dere, og for NTNU. Det er en festdag hvor vi feirer hver enkelt som nå har nådd en milepæl i livet. Dere har gjennomført den høyeste utdanningen man kan få. På grunnlag av avhandling, prøveforelesning og disputas, så kreeres dere til doktorer ved NTNU. Det har krevd mye arbeid. Antagelig har dere møtt motgang og strev. Dere har vært slitne, kanskje frustrerte. Det er krevende å gjennomføre et doktorgradsløp. Men forhåpentligvis har dere hatt det interessant og også kjent på glede. Gleden ved å oppdage noe nytt, tilegne seg kunnskap, oppnå erkjennelse, ny innsikt. Dere har jobbet selvstendig, dere har pløyd ny mark. Og dere har hatt veiledere som har hjulpet til. Et algirsk ordtak sier, «Den som belærer deg, skjenker deg livet». Det er noe dypt livgivende i det å lære, i det å forstå det du ikke tidligere forstod. Knekke koder, finne løsninger, se nye sammenhenger. Det er rett og slett meningsfullt å tilegne seg ny viten. Og så er det tilfredsstillende å nå mål man har satt seg. Det å fullføre et så stort arbeid som en doktorgrad gir selvtillit i forhold til andre store oppgaver i livet. Dere vet at dere kan nå mål dere setter dere, og det skal dere nyte i dag og i dagene som kommer. Jeg håper at doktorgradsarbeidet har gitt gode opplevelser for hver og en av dere. Men dere skal vite at det arbeidet dere har utført, det er viktig for NTNU også. Vi har et stort ansvar for å utvikle den kunnskapen samfunnet trenger for å opparbeide ny innsikt, nye forståelser, nye alternative tolkninger for omstilling, næringsutvikling, bedre tjenester, bedre helse, bedre skole, bedre universiteter. Og doktorgradsstudentene står for en betydelig del av forskningen ved NTNU. Så når vi har høye ambisjoner for forskningskvalitet, så betyr det at vi må stelle godt med dere, som utgjør en så viktig forskningsressurs. Det er i vår, og ikke bare deres interesse, å gi dere gode arbeidsforhold, gode miljø, både faglig og sosialt, og bra veiledning. Vi vet at mye er bra ved doktorgradsutdanningen ved NTNU, men vi vet også at noe kan bli bedre. Vi må ha et kontinuerlig forbedringsarbeid, og vi kan aldri si oss helt fornøyde. Forskerfellesskapet har anerkjent kompetansen deres. Som kreerte doktorer er dere fullverdige medlemmer av akademia. Nå skal dere ta fatt på nye oppgaver. Og kunnskap og kompetanse er helt avgjørende for å bygge samfunnet. Dere har et godt grunnlag for arbeidet videre. Noen vil fortsette med forskning i akademia, forskningsinstitutter, i næringslivet. Mange av dere vil kombinere forskning og undervisning. Andre skal anvende sin kompetanse i et arbeidsliv som i stadig større grad stiller krav om høyt kvalifisert arbeidskraft. Noen blant dere skal skape arbeidsplasser for dere selv og for andre. Felles for alle dere er at dere vil få bruk for skaperkraft. Dere har fått med en verdifull ballast, uansett karrierevei. For å si det med opplysningsfilosofen Immanuel Kant, ha mot til å bruke din egen forstand. Ha mot, tenker jeg, til å la din kompetanse gjøre en forskjell. Dere skal bruke kompetanse og kreativitet men i møte med andre og sammen med andre. Da blir helheten større. Og kanskje er det dette den nobelprisvinnende svenske poeten Thomas Tranströmer er inne på når han sier: Var menneska en halvøppen dør som leder til et rom for alle. Doktorgraden er et mål, men også et springbrett til nye muligheter. Bruk skaperkraften og kompetansen til å fortsette å finne løsninger som ingen har sett før dere. Gratulerer alle sammen, og lykke til videre.
Thank you to our Pro-Rector of Research, Kari Melby. And now NTNU Brass is going to open up the segment of this ceremony where the candidates will be awarded their doctoral degrees. Le Roi by Josephine Lepré, followed by a triumphant march from Verdi's opera Aida. This is NTNU Brass.
Ja, mektige toner der, spilt av NTNU Brass. Og dere kjente kanskje igjen musikken. Det ene var Vive le Roi av Josquin de Pré. Og så var det Triumfmarsj fra Verdis opera Aida. Jeg synes Triumfmarsj, det er en god opptak til det vi skal gjøre nå, nemlig dele ut doktorgradsdiplomene. Synes du ikke det, Kari?
Veldig flott.
For nå skal alle dere nye doktorer komme opp i tur og orden og motta det synlige bevis på at dere altså har tatt den høyeste graden som universitetet kan gi. Og dere kommer opp rad for rad, og ber alle oss andre her at vi klapper først når hver gruppe har fått sine diplomer. Doktor Karin Marie Jacobsen. Her kan du se. Her har vi begynt på gal side. Da prøver vi neste gruppe. Doktor Thea Agrup. Doktor Andreas Holm Akselsen. Doktor Christer Bakke Andresen. Doktor Emra Aricha.
So the first group to receive their doctoral degrees, receiving their applause.
Doktor Dagfinn Aune. Doktor Habib Bakirov. Doktor Gunhild Irene Bagøyen. Doktor Sharon Bahromi. Doktor Shololit Banjo-Padhyay. Doktor Sigrid Slettebakk Berge. Doktor Knut Jørgen Bjuland. Doktor Ingjerd Veiden Brakstad.
While receiving applause for their achievement, they are also posing for a photograph. Of course, they need a memory of this historic day. They have received the highest degree available in higher education in Norway.
Doktor Heidi Mjelva Breivik. Doktor Øystein Brenna. Doktor Cinzia Brunelli. Dr. Mauro Candeloro, Dr. Valentin Chabot, Dr. Wei Chai, Dr. Niranjan Reddy Chalobotla, Dr. Andreas Christensen. Dr. Hilda Deborah, Dr. Konshnok Titavit, Dr. Leslie Romelia Auseda Wood, Dr. Céline Fodot, Dr. Live Bakke Finne, Dr. Grete Flemmen, Dr. Carl Robert Fritsch, Dr. Peder Notto Galteland.
As you can see, many women attending our PhD studies at NTNU. 1 out of every 3 doctoral degree in 2016 was achieved by a woman.
Dr. Nils Håvard Giske Ødegård, Dr. Blanca Magdalena González Silva, Dr. Håkon A. Holm Gundersen, Dr. Jin Yi Go, Dr. Kjetil Eik Håvik, Dr. Isak Tafere Hagos, Dr. Jin Han, Dr. Tor Ivar Hansen.
NTNU also has a very diverse campus. There are students and employees from more than 90 different nationalities attending studies or working at NTNU.
Dr. Geir Hansen, Doktor Susanne Therese Hansen. Doktor Stian Bårdsgaard Hansen. Doktor Ziwei He. Doktor Arne Helland. Doktor Ingrid Anne-Marie Henry. Doktor Pierre-Yves Henry. Doktor Odd André Hjelkrem. Doktor Jens Christian Holmen. Doktor Berit Holmeslett. Doktor Hamid Husseinzadeh Kanamiri. Doktor Arne Ilseng. Doktor Ellen Anna Andreassen Jåtun.
Six out of the 366 candidates awarded their doctoral degree at our university during the past year.
Doktor Karin Marie Jacobsen. Doktor CPD Jafar Sadeh. Doktor Emanuel Junju. Doktor Sepenod Torabsadeh Khorasani. Doktor Anja Birgitta Estensen Clausen. Doktor Dmitri Klementov. Doktor Bård Knudsen. Doktor Gitte Hansen Koksvik.
And as you know, NTNU has the main responsibility for technological education in Norway. 200 out of the 366 doctoral degrees was in technological disciplines in 2016.
Doktor Bjørn Kolbrekk. Doktor Katina Kravelska. Unnskyld, det skulle være Kralevska. Doktor Ingvild Ulsager Kruge. Doktor Bodil Kråkvik. Doktor Silja Berge Kårstad. Doktor Yu Chiang Li. Doktor Yi Ching Liao. Doktor Peng Liu. Doktor Henrik Lo.
And the Faculty of Science in Engineering was the largest provider of doctoral degrees in 2016, with 85 candidates, many of those here today.
Doktor Sigrid Ledre. Doktor Francisco Javier Macias. Doktor Nina Skjære Maroni. Doktor Hamid Medizadeh. Doktor Mahmoud Mokaddam. Doktor Rolf Heilemann Myhre. Doktor Eva Anne Mørtsel. Doktor Petter Røe Nåvik. Doktor Sandra Elise Olsen. Doktor Rikke van Ommeren.
Many of the doctoral degrees in 2016 were from the field of medicine and health. 80 candidates in the past year has received their doctoral degree from the Faculty of Medicine and Health.
Doktor Anna Maria Padal. Doktor Saroj Kumar Patra. Doktor Torbjørn Pedersen. Doktor Sigurd Roland Pettersen. Doktor Martin Rasmussen. Doktor Audun Eskeland Rimehaug. Doktor Inge Ringheim. Doktor Marius Møller Rokstad. Doktor Tove Garåsen Røstad. Doktor Anneli Skjedin Leiulfsrud.
another large group of new doctors from NTNU. From the Faculty of Natural Sciences, there were 64 doctoral degrees in 2016. And besides the technological studies, we also have a large department of human sciences and social sciences.
Doktor Kari Schirmer Michaelsen. Doktor Alberto Serena. Doktor Tatjana Scherstova. Doktor Christian Skar. Doktor Hans Langva Skarsvåg. Doktor Jørn Vann Kråvik Skogsrud. Doktor Knut Skovereng. Doktor Arne Andersson Stamnes. Doktor Kim André H. Stiberg.
From the Faculty of Social and Educational Sciences, there were 48 doctors in 2016, and from the Faculty of Human Sciences, 22. We also have 5 new doctors from the Faculty of Architecture and Design.
Doktor Turid Fånes Sætermo. Doktor Gunhild Birgitte Sæteren. Doktor Belema Talic. Doktor Ranveig Bjørk Torkilsdottir. Doktor Mats Jørgen Thorsen. Doktor Tordis Hustad. Doktor Nicole Kristine Velo. Doktor Qingbo Wang.
And along with 51 new doctors from the Faculty of Information Technology and Electrical Engineering, that is the sum of all new doctors, 366 new doctors from NTNU in 2016.
Doktor Silje Varberg. Doktor Thomas Wold. Doktor Mehdi Karbalaye Sadeh. Doktor Christoph Jan Zeba. Dr. Kiran Bailappa Racha.
And this is the final group of new doctors in this ceremony, and Pro-Rector Kari Melby will now speak to those not present.
Dere nå promovert til doktorer ved Norges Teknisk-Naturvitenskapelige Universitet, og har med det mottatt jus docendi, altså retten til å forelese ved NTNU. Og så erklærer jeg også de øvrige doktorer som ikke til stede for promovert in absentia.
Congratulations everyone, and now it's time for more music. We welcome back to the stage Lucas Sabulionis trio. A composition that's containing a special message to all new doctors here today.
Yes, once again we heard the Lucas Sabellionis trio. This time they played A Bright Road Ahead. And let's hope that's the future for all of you. Dear new doctors, dear guests and friends, we are now coming to the end of this doctoral award ceremony. But we will soon continue the celebration with food and drinks. But first now, I would like you once again to rise for the academic procession. They will be escorted out by the singing of Trondheims Studentersangforening.
Led by rector, pro-rectors, vice-rectors and deans, the new doctors will now join the academic procession and go out for some fresh air and also a photo of everyone together for a memory of this historic day for everyone. If you are a family member or a loved one, congratulations to you as well. Thank you for following this broadcast from the Doctoral Award ceremony at Norwegian University of Science and Technology, NTNU.
Vi knyter forbund i den lønn.